I'm Dr. Devin. One of the most important questions I hear from moms is this safe for me and my child? And not only is it the most important, it can be the most worrisome too, right? Because that's what keeps us up at night. Is this safe for my kids who I care the most about in the world? And that's really why I want to do this video, because I've been asked by a lot of moms about the safety of Tylenol in pregnancy. In fact, the one that's been most recent was a mom named Beth. She had just got pregnant. She struggled with migraines even before the pregnancy. She found out in a lot of moms groups and read a couple articles that acetaminophen might not be safe. But she just didn't have any other options. She was worried, okay? Will I miss work? How am I going to be able to handle these things without that? And thankfully, she found neurologically focused chiropractic care and it really, really helped her. But I wanted to make this video for other moms like that who may not know the research, know where to look, or know where other options are available. Or maybe just not know that there was even a debate about whether Tylenol was safe during pregnancy. So what I want to pull up right now is a quick study, and this study looks at the systematic review of the use of acetaminophen, Tylenol in pregnancy. Now, even before the study, to set this up, they did a study back in 2020 that looked at mom's cord blood, and they found that in 1,000 cases of cord blood that had more acetaminophen, the active ingredient in Tylenol, in it were 3 times more likely to struggle either with autism or ADHD or developmental delays. So they figured, hey, we need to look more into this. So they took this study I'm about to pull up now and they actually looked at 13 other studies. So a culmination of about 70,000 different cases that were documented. And they actually found a 20% increased risk in the risk of neurodevelopmental issues like autism spectrum, ADHD, among acetaminophen exposed children. So I want to pull this study up right here because here's the title: A Systematic Review of the Link Between Autism Spectrum Disorder and Acetaminophen, a Mystery to Resolve. A systematic review. It's something looking at 13 different studies over a broad spectrum, and this was over here in 2022. So I want to scroll down here just to get to the summary of this because it talks about all the methods and the results and the testing they did. But in the discussion aspect of it, they really looked at this main question: does acetaminophen affect neurodevelopment? Evidence from the observational studies. And what they found was while analyzing our data, we found out that all studies were showing similar results. We found collective evidence from thousands of participants in 13 studies that acetaminophen use during pregnancy is associated with several neurodevelopmental disorders, including ASD and ADHD. Now, I share this study with you not at all to scare you. And to be honest, just looking at one study doesn't necessarily prove a cause and effect. These retrospective studies look back at a lot of different things. And you know there's some ambiguity in all of them. But the reason I share this with you is to make you aware and let you know there are other options. So if you struggle with pain, if you struggle with fevers, if you struggle with migraines and headaches and all these things, where you would look to use something like Tylenol, we want to give you other options in these cases. This is what makes neurologically focused chiropractic care so special. It's a natural, holistic, drug-free way to help your body not be in pain, but also help the deeper root cause of the function of where that pain is coming from. So that's an option for you. You know, if you're struggling with this, I'd encourage you to talk with your general practitioner, talk with your OBGYN, talk to them about what are the options you have. And if you have taken Tylenol or you are taking Tylenol, use the absolute lowest dose possible just based on this study. Now, I know with anything it can be very stressful and to know what to do or what not to do. So we want to provide you with more resources. If you click the link in the bio, you can read a whole article on the PX Doc website that walks you through the research and how this is or isn't safe, along with other things and a lot of other options. We know that for your kids, safety is absolutely key. And there's an intricate puzzle that happens with kiddos that struggle with autism, that struggle with ADHD, that struggle with neurodevelopmental delays. And we're here to help. In fact, our office helps a lot of kids that struggle with those things, not by treating them or by treating those conditions, but going after the root cause. What we know is in conditions like autism, ADHD, sensory and neurodevelopmental delays is they start somewhere. If you go back to the root cause, oftentimes a child had a difficult traumatic birth. Oftentimes they struggled with latching, they struggled with nursing, they struggled with digestion and sleep and motor control and all these things. So in our world, in no way do we treat the diagnosis. We go back and we say, okay, how can we help these milestones to be built, the sequence of those milestones to get better? So if you're just questioning, okay, is this medication safe? Or maybe you're past that and you had a child that's struggling, or maybe you're struggling, we would love to help and we would love to unpack that. Check out our links, check out in our bio. We've got a lot of articles for you. And if you need to talk with one of us, we are here for you. We want to do a consult. We just want to chat. We want to do our neurological measurements to help you in the most natural drug and medication way free possible. Because if that fits your values, that's going to be right for you. And there's nothing better than that peace of mind of knowing that this is safe for me and my child.